Hey there, folks. This is Superladman Tournament, and we're up against Leander. We're using a Simic low to the ground aggro type deck, and they're a little bit bigger, which means that we got to get out there quickly, is the idea behind our deck. We got to get out, we got to beat them down, and finish them off with whatever we have left come that time. They are on the play, which gives them a little bit more time than we would like, but we do have some low to the ground stuff. So I'd say that's okay to keep, and we'll just start with our island and then run into an unbridled growth and draw some cards. So they start with a white mana. Okay. Let's see how they play out. Another Thriving Rhino. It's a little bit slow of plays for us, but we can run our Thriving Rhinos out eventually. Our turtle will eventually get there. Maybe. Just maybe. But it is come turn 3. The Unbridled Growth will thin our deck, so that is relevant. Straight into a Dauntless River Marshal, which becomes a 2-1, which is okay for us for now. We draw into a Rex Sage. Okay, that's not truly relevant at this point in time. Let's swing in with our turtle and get the 1 point of damage in. Every point of damage counts at getting this done as quickly as possible, so let's throw it out. And then cast Unbridled Growth on our island. And then cast Unbridled Growth on our forest, because why not? And we'll keep those as options as we go along. And Thriving Rhino will be able to boost this up so that it gets 2 power. Our opponent does not have an island yet. They may get another option, we don't know. They are running an exceptionally low amount of lands, so we can, well, that can be unfortunate right there. Into a Ryotcraft, ouch. So that makes the cost, he can cast it next turn, so we may not get lucky on this one. And we get another forest, so we're going to have to get our guy a little bit bigger. Can survive a Griff. So let's send it in. Make it a 2-5. We may sack our Unbridled Growths here in a little bit, depending on how we feel things are going. What say ye, opponent? Yeah, if our draws aren't working out that great, but then we might. Or if we need to maintain energy. Because this guy is not that big a deal to us. That guy's a little bit annoying. But we should be still okay. Not choosing to attack, so he may not have the bonuses that we're looking for. There's a mobile garrison. That's interesting. So let's drop our land. I want to see what kind of options we can pull off here. So let's take a look what we can find. An additional land. Okay. So in this case, I'm thinking if we do the Thriving Rhino, we may not have energy for what we need. Let's look for another option here. Oh God. It's going to be one of those days. So the garrison can work with this in some regards. So if we swing with this and turn it into a 3-something or other. Actually, we should probably spend the energy on this. If he double blocks anything, then let's make the Thriving... Oh, crap. I screwed that up. I screwed that up so bad just now. So bad. Alright, Thriving Rhino out it is. I screwed that up so bad. I didn't put him out pre-combat, which doesn't give us any benefits, truly. But if he chooses to attack with it, then we might be okay. It sends it in. That's one less thing to worry about for the moment. Depending on what he has to follow it up with. He should be at the top of his curve for mana. Like oh wow, he's getting so many lands. Trust me, that is a ton of lands for his deck. He's running 19 lands. Only 19. Okay, so we can do some benefits here in some way. We're getting so many lands here. And we can't do two things at once, and we're getting all our 3 drops. So with this, I'm going to send in you and you. And say no, and say yes. If he wants to double block, then so be it. Alright. So now we can drop. Which one do we want to drop? This guy can tap down some stuff, so we got to watch out for that. Let's drop down this. End of turn effects. He's going to tap something down. Okay. What's he doing here? Swinging in with those guys. I'm fine with that. We're going to be doing some return fire here in a bit here. He does have some enchantments, so Rex Sage is important. Another Wretched Griff. That's a little unfortunate. We definitely need to get the energy. How do you work for energy? Combat damage to a player. Into another Dauntless Marshal. He definitely got all the mana that he could ever want. I don't know how he pulled that one off, but okay. Well, we get a Lifecraft Cavalry, which is not that great because he has reprisals. So we just got to keep that in mind. Drop our land and see how can we get through this. So this guy's not a problem. This guy is a problem. This guy's not a problem. This guy is a problem. How can we sneak in enough damage? Or do we just sit on some sort of defensive that we can't really do? It's really unfortunate here. He definitely got the draw, I'll say that. And I think that we kind of petered out here and didn't get quite enough. So let's send in these guys. We'll do some work of some sort. It's gonna simply chump. I'm okay with that. That worked out all right for me. So I'll drop the mobile garrison. And I think I'll drop the Rex Sage. And hit finish. And we'll just go a little bit wider if we can help it. So he has to consider keeping things back. But we are in a tight spot, to say the least. And Rex Sage comes out. Well, the ideal draw came. So I don't think we've got the stuff to kill him with now. Think he managed this. I was doing some testing before with my deck, and it was very hard pressed to beat it out. Let's just say that. Like, mine was doing just fine. So this guy's not doing a lot of work. And I'm heavily... You know what? We'll just keep him there for now. He's a blocker in a pinch. And that's how we got to consider it. It's got some mana sitting back. What do we draw? We draw into a Sage of Shelia's Claim. Which could do what? That can get some energy for some of these guys. Also provide blockers for his ground units. We cannot attack with this guy. That's a thing, clearly. So let's drop this guy down so that we can get a little bit more in here. So what we're looking to swing in with, I'd say you. We'll not boost you. We'll boost you. And we'll not boost you. And there we'll stay out of the range that we need to be in. So does he have a pump spell in this regards? Because that would hurt a little. All right, we got him down to 5. Can we survive the turn? That's the tough call. Send in those guys. Clearly we have to block one. So we'll do that. Okay. So we just have to get 5 damage in. He has 2 blockers. We have 5 attackers. So it's maybe possible, depending on what his hand looks like. A Voyager. Okay. No, he's definitely got... Yeah, he's got this. Let's see what our draw is and see if anything comes out of it. Grip of the Royal. Huh. So, we can tap one thing down, but to what end here? Okay, so let's say we tap this guy down for whatever reason. We'll say that guy, he's the nice big guy. That leaves 1, 2, 3 blockers against our highest power. 1, 2, 3. That allows 4 damage to get through. Yeah, he's got us. Nope. Okay, well, that's it. Just couldn't get there. All right, so game number 2, the Revenge. We're on the play this time, which is pretty interesting. So 1, 2 drop into 5 drop. Unbridled Growth is kind of, and Lightcraft Cavalry is kind of sitting in the way, but it gives us a start. And the Sage will make sure this turtle keeps going for a little while. So we want to go aggressive, go quick if possible. The Unbridled Growth we can potentially save for Cavalry. If he's got the removal, he's got the removal, so be it. But let's try and get out there. So Unbridled Growth goes on there. By the way, Rex Sage is not a bad thing for Renegade maps when he has them out. Since he's only running 19 lands, that's actually a killer play. So good to note, we're getting plenty of lands. So let's swing in, get the 1. 1, thank you. Next turn for 4, if we can help it, unless he's got his lucky 2-drop. We'll see. Seems unlikely. Seems like he's got his... Oh, yeah, he's got that activated ability, pausing time. Ouch! This is not working the way I would have liked, but whatever. Let's send in for 4. And put the Unbridled Growth down. We might need to draw into a card just simply to find something. Like, these Cavalry are above and beyond most of his stuff, so that's a thing to note. That we can just simply drop down these 4/4s. So turn 3, this is where he gets his plays. This is where things could get ugly. So Renegade Rallier. He gets that thing back. Yep. And he hits play and goes on to something or other. So let's see what we get out of this deal. Renegade map, which I really do not prefer. So let's swing in. Let's drop a bunch of cavalries down if we can. So let's swing these in. I'm going to drop the Renegade map and see what else we can get, because we want to play as much as we can. Against his deck, we want to be playing as many plays. Oh, that's... map. Come on. Swinging for 3. Let's see what the follow-ups are. Wretched Griff. Great. So that kind of stops our attacks for the moment, which is relevant to note. Don't know if his reprisals are online or not. Telling time is a relevant thing, so I'm going to do this, and I suppose we can get a second blue source. That's fine. Telling time will get us out of a situation if we find that it's pretty rough here. Okay, so slam that down and drop a cavalry. And see if he has the reprisal or not. He might get confident with his 3-4. I don't know. We'll see if he's got the answer or not. River Marshal, but not the mana to use it. It is indeed a 3-2 though. He's not tapping out all his mana. Okay, important to note. Okay, so this 6-6 I'm sending in. That's a grip. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we're going to be telling timing to try and find an alternative answer here. I mean, that's a little annoying, to say the least. Maybe we can find something to kind of get the aggression going. How does he draw so many lands? That's impossible for that deck. I tried. Pause, end of turn, telling time. And Rex Sage is not that important. Sage is relatively important. He's got the tap down effect now, which could be important. Sage is a body, I suppose, considering they're forcing us to have a situation here for it. Alright, let's send in these guys. I suppose I should have dropped the Sage. What have you? What is your play? Blocking in that regards. Does he have the pump? He's got a pump. Alright, well, Lifecraft Cavalry it is. And I suppose this Sage. Now we got some big bodies. Maybe we can get there. How does he have so many lands? It just doesn't make sense. There's a Renegade map. Okay. Like I said, that's an option to blow up. Sacks the Unbridled Growth. Gives them what options? Swinging in for the 3, so he's got something. What's that something? He definitely has a play. Okay, so we have an Unbridled Growth ourselves. Gonna cast the Unbridled Growth and just slam it on that for the moment. And expand our world a little bit. That expands it slightly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 5. Let's send it in. Grip of the Royal. Tapping down that guy. Grip of the Royal. Oh my god. Tapping down that guy. Alright, well, let's swing in. If he doesn't block, then we should be okay. Unless he's got a Drown Yard Behemoth. So we can plus 5 on something. So let's do that. And get that thing out of the way. Now we're looking a little bit better. With that said, let's stop the Rex Sage so he can't thin his deck. This is a relevant play nonetheless, so let's just do that. So his body's out of the big body's out of the way. And now we should be wide enough that it should offer some options, but he's got some things in hand, obviously. The grips. He drew all his grip to the Royal. Come on. Really? Unbridled Growth? Sacks it, or something or other, I'm sure. Maybe just the card draw. What have you, opponent? You can tap down one of our things. And with this is truly, truly, truly irritating. So how many Eldrazi have we gone through? We have gone through 2 Eldrazi. He's tapping our guy down. So he has an offensive play. What would another Behemoth do? Oh, that's a Rex Sage. Okay. Does that matter to us? Not too much. Okay. Well, a Mobile Garrison. You would have been kind of nice, but whatever. So, how can we do this safely? Because we can attack for 6, which isn't lethal. But that taps us down completely, which is something to be careful of. Because if he has a single pump spell of any sort, then we're in trouble. Mobile Garrison. And that tap effect is truly annoying. Let's send one guy. There's a lot to account for here with these lower life totals. So I just wanted to get his life total a little lower while kind of ensuring our life total. That way it opens up more options for us. So this is not a very comfortable attack. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do that, and do that, and our guys should be mostly okay. Okay. And he says we got this one. All right. So let's just move on to the next one and have game number 3. All right. Here we are, game number 3, the deciding factor, and I don't know how, but he's making that deck work magic for him. That's all I can say. So, how does this work in a nice aggressive pattern? I mean, it could. I still like it. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to Unbridled Growth this, and have that option for later. And we'll just bank that. Pass it over to our opponent, who had better finally get mana screwed. Okay, so they're good. They're good to go. And we have a grip, which is definitely going to be useful for sealing the deal. So here's a thought. We could go with Sage, or we can go with Thriving Turtle. Or we can go Sage into Rhino, which is also an option. And we may have to sack the Unbridled Growth in the hunt for a land. He might have a defensive option here. I don't know. We'll see. Sacks the map. Yep. So he didn't draw a natural land, I'm guessing, which means that we might be in a good state of things. Gets a forest. Doesn't have a natural drop there, other than Unbridled Growth. That's fine. And another Renegade map. This is the point where we do want to draw a Rec Sage / land here. Well, a land first. That is not a land. Alright, sack that. Let's hunt. There we go. All right. So we get that down and we swing for 2. And then we get our Rhino down. Although the Garrison is pretty sexy thought too. But they're about equally powered. Garrison's just intended as a defensive force. He's intended to be the attacker so we have some sort of defender. Hits the growth before the map, I might add. So he does have a land into a Rallier. Which gets the growth back. Our aggression is not strong enough to deal with this quite yet. So we'll just see if he wants to do a trade in any regards that way. Sacks the map. Island it is. Okay. Our follow-up play is yet another Rhino, which can help with this serious case of aggression. Let's swing in. Let's pump this guy up by 1. And then just simply slam down another Rhino. I'm fine with that. Please? Thank you. Alright, so our plays are working out okay. A 4th mana will definitely make it so that we can spew our hand. Let's see how our opponent reacts. All we have to do is get them to a critical enough life total to where Grip the Royal will prevent them from coming back from it. So they're fishing. Either that or they've got something revolty. Nimbus Wings. That's fine, I think. It's probably a good time for a grip, honestly. Into another Renegade map. So he's drawn 2 maps and three maps and 2 Unbridled Growths. Okay, so our options here. I'm going to go Turtle. And then grip his guy with Surge. That gets us a land. That went in a different order than I would have liked. Alright, so let's swing in these guys. This guy does not get pumped in fear of reprisal. This guy does get pumped. And that should put his life total to a low enough point where we shouldn't have to do much more from this point. This guy's out of commission for now. So all we just have to do is sneak out a little bit more. There's a Wretched Griff, which is meh. Probably not enough. Telling Time might be able to pull us into an interesting answer. We'll see. He's got 2 mana available in case of reprisal. And I know better. Sending it back. Alright, and that would be a land. Alright, well, let's see if we can find an appropriate answer. Something just a little bit better. Well, a turtle, sure. And I suppose a renegade map then. With that said, we're spending just this much energy here. And we don't want the renegade map, so let's just swing it in. He might be hoping for it here, and we're not going to give it to him. And that should do it. Unless he's got a miracle. Alright. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll send him back a GG. From, oh yeah, this weekend, just go to your local game store. Guess what I have where I live? No local game store. Yeah, I'm dedicated to this game, guys. Anyway, so, good match, opponent. You definitely surprised me with the capabilities of that deck, and best of luck in the future. May we meet in the top 8 if you get there. All right. See you later, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and check out round 2 when it comes out. Bye-bye.